Welcome, enlightened readers. Here with your urgent exposé on Harry and Meghan's latest chess moves in their efforts to reinsert themselves into the inner royal circle. As you've heard, the pair released allusions to Harry's help given Prince Charles's urgent health crisis. Noted royal commentator, Lady Colin Campbell just wiped the floor with that move, exposing the Sussexes' rapidly vanishing bank accounts and carefully plotted strategies. Before we proceed, I wish to extend my thanks to all who have recently discovered our channel and supported us. If you haven't joined the growing ranks of subscriber, now's the time. Stay with us as this drama unfolds. Let's keep rolling. Lady Campbell was not mincing words. Harry's plea, equated to that of the Nazis to the Poles. Ouch. Accurate. She ripped Harry for his last, damaging parting shot, declaring the royal family were toxic wasteland before leaving, ripping his offer to serve them a new one. The hypocrisy of the way they're going about the whole thing is breathtaking. Indeed, she has pointed out their haven deal with Netflix is hanging by a thin thread, and that Meghan's slide to podcasting signals their sources of revenue are fewer now. This means they want back into royal circles as high-profile visitors trying to extract attention rather than as dedicated members of the family or realm. It implies they want America to consider them royal insiders. An entirely disingenuous and self-serving move. Both by royal family and British public lights. Lady Colin Campbell is right to note this problematic duo appear to be further distancing themselves from them. Harry is likely to encounter pushback from his royal advisors and even more public ire at the barefaced superficiality of their latest image-saving stratagem. This corroborates their pretensions to grandeur as they tediously try to win higher status in the popular imagination through bravado as jungle fighters in the Netflix top 10 rather than actual good works. Harry can gallivant with the socially elite now, but as for his royal advisors and the public view, the weekend before last he couldn't find the compassionate to fly to see his grandmother, Elizabeth, on her deathbed or to check on his gravely ill grandfather, Philip. And Meghan shows no signs of shepherding Archie with her either to see her gravely ill father. The disconnect between their rhetoric about family and their conduct wears very thin indeed. These two continue to mouth the words of empathy while demonstrating a striking failure to actually take up the duty of family. You cannot call them to account too soon for their grossly deceitful, self-interested and exploitative machinations. Their financials are still the ticking death clock to whether or not they can still be the relevant royal characters Harry and Meghan are so desperate to make that they are resorting to a reinvent as royal insiders around images like this. Their reputations are in tatters. This is yet another last-ditch bid to keep them roles that matter. Isn't it about time we called out their empire for what it really is? It's crumbling right before our very eyes. The Duke and Duchess of Montecito have squandered their $100 million and are now turning to the public in the hope that they can somehow continue to live an excessively opulent lifestyle. There's just one problem: reality is catching up with them. According to reports, their latest cash grab, which was the latest in a series of public relations blitzes they've launched over the past 3 months, was intended to raise nearly £500 million to fund their production company's new ventures as they lose their Netflix and Spotify revenue, and their constant claims they are victims have worn thin, as Lady Colin Campbell explained, as they are increasingly being avoided. Their loathsome scheme could not be more apparent now. It's essential that we keep calling it out. We must not permit them to pivot and suddenly decide that they're one big happy family again. They initiated their war on the monarchy and now they can suffer the consequences. We see through them. Their desperation, according to sources, shows they're losing. The Sussex team is unraveling under the weight of their own avarice and malice, and justice is finally coming as their web of lies continues to collapse. Their last-ditch effort to recover from their latest round of fabrications is winding its way to its inevitable conclusion. The time to reject their conniving ways is now. Lady Colin Campbell has it right. They are shameless opportunists who have debased themselves in order to draw attention back to their failed marriage and their lost chance to cash in on the royal family, a second-rate idea they had organized as a much more successful version played itself out before the world. Shame, indeed. It's truly revolting. Make sure this message gets out far and wide, the end of the Sussexes is inevitable. Their latest attempt at public relations demonstrates their principles are as bankrupt as their souls. We will triumph, as truth always does. Harry and Meghan will get what they deserve. The complete and utter collapse of their ignoble enterprise is finally upon us. Share this call to action. We are all in this together. What do you think about this? Share your opinions in the comments below. Goodbye until next time.